All right, good day to all our fans, to all our followers. If it's your first time to open this video of ours, please make sure that you like us and that you follow us on Facebook. You can find it. Our Facebook page is SLRTC Nationwide. On YouTube, our YouTube handle is Gurong Pinoy. Okay, so again, if this is your first time to watch one of our videos, again, like us and follow us on Facebook. That's SLRTC Nationwide, and that's Gurong Pinoy on YouTube. Okay, so today's topic is analogy and logic. This is for both civil service examination for CSE and also for the licensure examination for teachers, because we also have items like this in the LET. Now, if you're asking what's SLRTC Nationwide, which is our page on Facebook, SLRTC here actually stands for Study Link Review and Tutorial Center. This used to be our review center way back. We started in the early 2010, 2011, I think. And we were a premier review center and tutorial center in Iloilo. So we were based in Iloilo before. Both my husband and I were teachers in Iloilo. Okay, so this is the one who's speaking right now is Coach Mek Saison Manaay. My husband is Sir Ram Manaay, and we own Study Link Review and Tutorial Center. We had so many passers for the LET. We also were the review center with the most number of passers for civil service examination. We also had entrance exam review as well as MTOP review. Now for YouTube, our channel is known as Gurong Pinoy. Okay, currently, Sir Ram and I are settled here in the United States of America. I've relocated here 2 years ago because currently I'm teaching in one of the public high schools here in South Carolina, USA. So my family, Sir Ram, as well as our daughter, baby Rain, is also here. All right, so again, I hope that you follow us on Facebook, that's SLRTC Nationwide, and that you also subscribe to us on YouTube, that's Gurong Pinoy, because we are going to be posting a lot of videos, a lot of material, so make sure that you follow us in either of the social media platforms that we have, that's Facebook and YouTube. Alright, so again, today's topic is analogy and logic. Now, how do you ace analogy and logic questions? The first two things that you should remember would be you need to understand the meanings of the words. Okay, so for you to know the correct answer for the questions in analogy, you need to know and you need to understand the different word meanings. The second one here is that you need to analyze the relationship between words. Sometimes it can be pictures. We also have abstract reasoning, so sometimes they might give you some symbols. Now, another thing is that you need to make sure that you know and that you understand some common relationships. So these are the common relationships that we have. First one is synonyms. When you say synonyms, these are words with the same meaning. So for example, you are given pretty is to beautiful as big is to blank. Okay, so your choice there should be huge because the first two words relationship is synonym. So the next two words here, the last two words that you have in your analogy should also have the same relationship. Okay, so pretty is to beautiful, as big as to huge. Now the second common relationship that we find in analogy and logic questions is antonyms. Antonyms is the opposite, of course, of your synonyms. Antonyms would mean words with opposite meaning. So for example, you are given big is to small as fast is to blank. Okay, so again, for you to pick the correct answer, you should check the relationship of the first two words first. Okay, so big and small, they're antonyms. They are words with opposite meaning. So your choice here should be a word that has the opposite meaning as fast. Okay, so that's why the last word here is slow. Now we go to the third common relationship that we have, which is part is to whole. Our example here is wolf is to pack equals tree is to forest. Okay, so if you have just one wolf, then you'd call it a wolf. But if you have a group of wolves, then your term the term that you use there would be a pack. If you have a tree, you just call it a tree. If you have a group of trees, then the term that you use is forest. Okay, so that's a part-whole relationship. We go to the fourth common relationship that we have, which is cause and effect. Okay, cause and effect here. Rain causes flood. Okay, the effect of rain is flood. and erosion causes landslide. Okay, so as you can see, that's the cause and effect relationship. We go to the next one. Next one is example. So you have blue is the color. So blue is an example of color, and pants is an example of clothing. Okay, so that's your example relationship. The next type of relationship that we have here is degree. Warm is to hot. Okay, so that means warm is a milder term. Hot is a term with much degree. Okay, then you have cold is to freezing. Okay, so this one would be your degree. Next one is problem and solution. Okay, so problem and solution, you have tired. When you're tired, then you need to sleep. When something itches, then you need to scratch it. Okay, so that's problem and solution. Okay, now I think this is the last common relationship that we have. We have function. Okay, so keyboard is for typing, as phone is for calling. Okay, so keyboard is to type, as phone is to call. So again, these are some common relationships that you find in analogy logic questions. Okay, so again, please make sure that you always identify first the common relationship between the first two words so that you can pick the correct answer in your analogy logic questions. Okay, now I have included the first part of our analogy logic questionnaire here. We have the first 25 questions. Okay, so again, make sure that you follow us on Facebook, that's SLRTC Nationwide, and also subscribe to us on YouTube, that's Gurong Pinoy, so that you'll be notified of the next videos that we have. This is just the first part of our analogy and logic. The next parts would be posted later. Okay, so we go to the first question that we have here. Alright, question number 1. If positive is to negative, then good is to blank. Okay, so again, please make sure that you take a look at the first two words first. What's the relationship between positive and negative? As you can see, positive here is the opposite of negative, and you are given good. So your choice here should be a word that is the opposite of good. Okay, so is it quiet, bad, rowdy, or better? Correct answer, of course, would be letter B, bad. Okay, so again, our relationship is antonyms. We go to question number 2. 7 is to rainbow, as 10 is to blank. Okay, now the type of relationship that we have here is examples. Okay, there are 7 colors in a rainbow, and there are 10 blank. Do we have 10 apostles? We all know that we have 12 apostles. Jesus has 12 apostles. Do we have 10 commandments? Do we have 10 prophets? Or do we have 10 musketeers? We know that there are 3 musketeers. Okay, so your answer here should be letter B, commandments. Okay, so number 2 would be letter B, commandments. Question number 3. Roses are red and violets are blank. Is it blue, green, indigo, or violet? We know this from a common nursery rhyme. Roses are red, violets are blue is the answer. Okay, so that's letter A for number 3. We go to question number 4. China is to Beijing as Philippines is to blank. Okay, so what's the relationship between the first two words that we have? China's capital is Beijing. So what is the capital of the Philippines? Is it Manila, Iloilo, Luzon, or Visayas? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. The correct answer for this one would be Manila. Okay, so Manila is the answer for number 4. Question number 5. If 5 roses is to 3 daisies, then blank roses is to 21 daisies. Okay, so again, take a look at the relationships. Now, in this case, this is a question that is quite special because we can't easily see the relationship between our two words here. So 5 roses is to 3 daisies. Now, the next blank that we have is for roses. Then you are given 21 daisies. But you can check the relationship between the daisies that we have here. That's 3, and it became 21. So what number will you multiply by 3 to make it 21? We know that that's going to be 7. Okay, so 3 times 7 equals 21. So that means we also need to multiply 5 here by 7 to give us the correct answer. Okay, that's why the correct answer for this question would be letter C, 35. Okay, so that's C, 35 for number 5. We go to question number 6. If chicken is to chick, then pig is to blank. Okay, we know that chicken is the parent of a chick. Then the pig would be the parent for, is it piggy, piglet, pigsy, or pig? Okay, correct answer, of course, would be letter B, piglet. Alright, next question. If towel is to wipe, spoon is to blank. Okay, we pronounce this as towel, not towel, as we Filipinos would pronounce. Again, this is towel. Towel is to wipe, then spoon is to blank. Now, the type of relationship that we have here would be the function. Okay, towels function for wiping. Spoon is used for, is it eat, eating, rub, or beat? Now, the correct answer here can either be eat or eating. Now, how do we choose the correct answer? You can see that in our first two words here, we don't have the ing form of the verb. That's just the base form of the verb. Okay, so that's towel is to wipe. So then spoon, we also choose the base form of the verb, which is eat. Okay, we don't choose eating because the first two words that we have here, we also have the base form of the verb. Okay, so letter A, eat, is the answer. Number 8. If 7 is to 5, then 35 is to blank. Okay, so again, just like in this case, in the previous questions that we have, 7 is to 5, we can't easily see the relationship between this, but we are given 35 here. Okay, as you can see, the first number here is 7. Then in our next pair, the first number is 35. Okay, so what do you multiply by 7 to make it 35? That would be 5. So that means we should also multiply 5 by 5. Okay, so that means our correct answer would be letter B, 25. Okay, so letter B, 25 is the correct answer. Question number 9. Thermometer is to temperature as ruler is to blank. Now, the relationship that we have here is function again. Thermometer functions for taking temperature. Ruler functions for measuring or for taking. Letter B, length. Okay, so length is the correct answer for number 9. Question number 10. Eiffel Tower is to Paris as Empire State Building is to blank. Okay, what kind of relationship exists in the first two words that we have here? Eiffel Tower is one of the tourist spots in Paris, as Empire State Building is one of the tourist spots. Is it letter A, Connecticut, Massachusetts, California, or New York? Correct answer, of course, will be letter D, New York. Question number 11. Mongolia is in Asia as Norway is in blank. Now, the type of relationship that we have here in the first two words is that example. Okay, so Mongolia is an example of a country in the continent of Asia. What about Norway? In which continent can you find Norway? As you know, we have 7 continents in total in the world. So there's Asia, there's Europe, there's North America, South America, there's Africa, there's Antarctica, and then of course the 7th would be the smallest continent, which is also a country, and that's Australia. Okay, so again, Mongolia is a country in Asia. Norway is a country where? Is it Africa, Asia, Europe, or North America? The correct answer, of course, would be letter C, Europe. Okay, so number 11 is letter C, Europe. Number 12, Dinagyang is to Iloilo, then blank is to Cebu. Dinagyang is the feast, the festival in Iloilo, then blank is to Cebu. So what do you call the festival in Cebu? That would be Sinulog. Okay, Ati-Atihan, I think, is in Calibo, in Aklan. Then you have Moriones, if I'm not mistaken, this might be in Marinduque. Panagbenga, I forgot where this is, but I think it's in the Luzon area. Okay, so that's in Luzon area. If you know where you can find this, then please write the answer in the comment box below. Okay, so again, number 12, that's Sinulog. 13, ABS-CBN is to Kapamilya, as TV5 is to... Okay, I think it's pretty obvious. Is it kapatid, kapuso, kabiyak, kasintahan? Letter B, kapuso, would be for GMA. So your answer here would be letter A, kapatid. Question number 14. Cup is to lip, as bird is to blank. Okay, is it bush, grass, forest, and beak? Now, the relationship here is the whole to a part. When you have a cup, there is a certain part of the cup which you call the lip. Dun po tayo umiinom. Okay, that's the part where we drink. Okay, so the cup's lip is the part we use for drinking. The bird's blank, okay, is the part that it uses for drinking. Your answer here would be letter D, beak. Okay, so letter D, beak, is the answer for 14. Question number 15. Flow is to river as stagnant is to blank. Okay, a flowing form of water is a river. What is a stagnant form of water? Stagnant, that means still water. Okay, so it's a form of water that does not move. Is it rain? Is it stream, pond, or canal? Correct answer here would be letter C, pond. Although some of you would argue that a canal would also be considered stagnant, a canal can sometimes also be something that's man-made. Okay, so river here is natural, so your choice would be letter C, pond. You cannot choose stream, nor can you use rain because both of these are flowing water. Okay, so letter C, pond, is the correct answer. Question number 16. Paw is to cat as hoof is to blank. Okay, now paw is the part of a cat. Okay, the limbs part of the cat. This is the hand of the cat. Hoof is to the hand of the blank. Correct answer would be letter A, horse. Okay, so horse is the answer. Question number 17. Ornithologist is to birds as historians is to blank. This one, ornithologist is a scientist that studies birds. Historians is a scientist that studies what? Is it archaeology, history, diseases, or math? Correct answer, of course, is letter B, history. Okay, so that's letter B, history. Number 18, paracetamol is to headache as loperamide is to blank. So this one, your relationship here is function. Paracetamol is a kind of drug that heals headaches. Loperamide is a type of drug that heals blank. Is it eczema, asthma, diarrhea, or constipation? Correct answer would be letter C, diarrhea. Question number 19. Happy is to glad as mad is to blank. Happy and glad, what's the relationship between them? Happy and glad are synonymous. Okay, so these are synonyms. Now, we need to look for the synonym of mad. Synonym, that means a word that has the same meaning. Is it lonely? Is it sad? Is it angry? Or is it naughty? Now, there can be two meanings of the word mad. Mad can mean angry. So that's the correct answer that we have here. That's letter C, angry. Mad can also mean crazy. Okay, but in this case, we don't have crazy in the choice. So your correct answer would be just letter C, angry. Question number 20. Anton van Leeuwenhoek is to blank as Graham Bell is to telephone. Now, the relationship here would be scientist as to, or inventor as to the invention. Graham Bell, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. What did Leeuwenhoek invent? Is it the telescope, microscope, neuroscope, stethoscope? Now, contrary to common belief that it is Galileo Galilei who invented the telescope was actually invented by Hans Lippershey. Okay, it is not Galileo Galilei. Galileo Galilei was just the first person to use it to study the stars. Okay, but it was Hans Lippershey who invented the telescope. Now, what did Anton van Leeuwenhoek invent? Correct answer here would be letter B, microscope. So Anton van Leeuwenhoek is also known as the father of microbiology. And he was the first person to have used a microscope to study microorganisms. We're down to our last 5 questions. Number 21, dog is to bark as blank is to moo. As you can see, the relationship here would be animal is to sounds. Okay, your dogs would bark as blank would moo. Is it the cat, the cow, the duck, or growl? Correct answer, of course, would be letter B, cow. Okay, so even young kids know this. Number 22, bravery is to cowardice as prudence is to blank. Okay, so these are antonyms. Bravery and cowardice are antonyms. Prudence is to loyalty, recklessness, piety, partiality. When you say prudence is someone who is very cautious, someone who's very careful. So the antonym for this would be letter B, recklessness. Okay, recklessness. Next one, 23. Brave is to braver as good is to blank. Now, as you can see here, the relationship would be degree. Brave is the positive term, the positive adjective. Braver is the comparative adjective. Okay, so if you have someone is brave, Then you see someone who's braver. So again, that's the relationship of degree. Now you have good. What's the comparative for good? Do you say gooder, better, best, or greater? As you know, we don't use the term gooder. Okay, we also don't use the terms more, better. The correct answer would be letter B, better. Best here would be the superlative. So best would be the equal of bravest. Okay, so EST na yung best. Number 24, masseur is to massage as chauffeur is to blank. Okay, masseur is a person who gives people massages. Now, chauffeur is a person who does compute, drive, collect, or cook. Correct answer would be letter B, drive. Last question for this set. Number 25, 9 is to 3 as 6 is to blank. Okay, is it 2, 4, 5, or 7? What kind of relationship exists here? Now, 9 is to 3. How do you make 3 out of 9? I think it's pretty obvious. You divide 9 by 3 to make it 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. So in this case here, you do the same thing. 6 divided by 3 would be, correct answer is 2. Alright, so that ends our first set of analogy and logic questions. Again, this is Gurung Pinoy. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube, that's Gurung Pinoy. And like and follow us on Facebook, that's SLRTC Nationwide. So, sa muli, ito po ang iyong Gurung Pinoy na nagsasabing, maliit man na butil ng mga kaalaman, ang dulo nito ay malaking kaginhawaan. Happy learning! Don't forget to subscribe and to follow us, and see you in our next videos. Thank you.